Most people walk through life as if they are guaranteed a second chance. They wait, they delay, they ignore, but life does not wait, and neither does the universe. The 6th of August is not just another date. It is a signal. It is a line being drawn, a whisper turning into a storm. And if you are not paying attention, that storm will not warn you twice. There are moments when the universe stops asking, it starts demanding. August 6 is one of those moments, a moment where silence speaks louder than words, where stillness shakes louder than noise. But most will miss it, not because the signs weren't there, but because they refused to look. The signs have always been present. Fatigue that doesn't go away, relationships that drain you, choices that repeat in cycles, emotions that you bury, and distractions you chase. These are not coincidences. These are warnings. And August 6 doesn't come to explain. It comes to reveal. You already know what needs to change. You already feel it. The restlessness, the internal pressure, the quiet voice inside that keeps asking, when will you finally listen? But the problem is, most people want change without the discomfort. They want growth without the pain. They want clarity without letting go. That is not how it works. The 6th of August will make that clear. It will not destroy what you built. It will destroy what is false. It will expose what is weak. And if you're not honest with yourself now, it will be very brutal later. You must understand, the universe always gives warnings before it gives consequences. It whispers before it roars. But those warnings are not delivered through loudspeakers. They are delivered through intuition, through misalignment, through moments where you feel off but keep pushing forward anyway. Most ignore these messages until it's too late. But August 6 doesn't care about excuses. It demands your attention. It doesn't seek your approval. It brings what is already in motion to its breaking point, whether you are ready or not. Every person knows deep down when they are lying to themselves. Every person senses when a chapter is over, when a path is no longer right, when a relationship is pulling them backward. But instead of facing the discomfort, they delay. They distract. They pretend they don't know. But pretending not to know doesn't protect you. It delays your breakthrough. It blocks your growth. And August 6 will not be gentle with those who are still pretending. This moment in time is not random. There is a shift taking place. And if you've been feeling tired, anxious, or like something big is coming, you're not imagining it. But feeling it is not enough. You must act. You must prepare. You must align. Because August 6 is the moment where the unprepared fall and the disciplined rise. And that choice is made silently in your habits, your focus, your willingness to see the truth. Nothing changes until you do. Nothing shifts until you shift internally. This is not about watching the clock, waiting for the universe to fix things for you. This is about taking responsibility before the universe forces it upon you. Growth is not handed to you. It is earned through awareness, through letting go, through hard, uncomfortable self-honesty. The more you resist the truth, the harder August 6 will feel. The more you align with what's real, the more power this day can unlock within you. There will be people who wake up on August 6 and feel confused, heavy, angry, even lost. And there will be others who feel clear, focused, and ready. The difference is not luck. It's not chance. It's how they've lived before this moment. Whether they ignored the signs or followed them. Whether they stayed in comfort or chose to evolve. Whether they listened or kept pretending. Every day until August 6 is a preparation. Every action matters. Every decision counts. And when that day arrives, you will meet yourself. Not the version you show the world, but the version you've been avoiding. That is the real test. The truth is, no one is coming to save you. The universe will not slow down for those who sleep through their wake-up calls. August 6 is not a curse. It is a mirror. It will reflect what you've been planting, what you've been feeding, what you've been running from. You cannot escape yourself anymore. And maybe that's exactly what you need. If you truly want to grow, if you truly want to step into your next chapter, you must face what August 6 is bringing, not with fear, with clarity, with strength, with the decision that enough is enough, that this time you're not going back to your old ways, that this time you'll listen before it's too late. Most are blind to the warning, but you don't have to be. You can open your eyes, you can do the work. And if you do, August 6 won't be your destruction. It will be your rebirth. Most people are not blind because they cannot see. They are blind because they refuse to see. Life gives everyone the same signs, the same warnings, the same opportunities to wake up. But most choose comfort over clarity, and that choice comes with a price. On the 6th of August, that price will be due. Being blind is not just about lacking vision, it's about lacking discipline. Discipline to observe, discipline to reflect, discipline to see reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. If you walk into August 6 still blind, still distracted, still pretending, you are not just delaying your growth. You are inviting chaos, because that day is not for the passive. It is not for the lazy. It is not for the ones who keep saying, someday. It is for the ones who are ready now. There is a difference between knowing something and living it. You can know that you are off track. You can know that your habits are destroying your potential. You can know that your relationships are draining your energy. But if you do nothing, your knowledge means nothing. Awareness without action is self-betrayal. On 6th August, many will feel that betrayal inside themselves, not because something new happened, but because the truth they ignored will finally confront them. You were given chances, warnings, gut feelings, dreams, restless nights, all pointing in the same direction. But every time you chose to scroll, to escape, to delay, and now the moment has arrived. August 6 is not a punishment, it's a reflection of how blind you've allowed yourself to be. And in that reflection, you will either wake up or break down. Awareness is not a gift, it is a practice. It is built in silence. It is earned in solitude. You cannot expect to see clearly when you spend your days drowning in noise. If your mind is constantly distracted, constantly stimulated, constantly seeking escape, how can you expect to notice when the universe speaks? The signs are subtle, the warnings are quiet, and those who refuse to train their perception will miss everything that matters. August 6 is not a mystery. Its energy has been building. You've felt it. You've noticed the tension, the shift, the discomfort in your routine, the cracks in your foundation. That's not random. That's a message. But instead of facing it, you keep hoping things will go back to normal. There is no going back. There is only forward. And forward requires vision. Forward requires presence. Forward requires the courage to open your eyes, even when what you see scares you. The truth is, you have been blind by choice, because seeing clearly means you have to do something. You have to change. You have to act. And change is uncomfortable. But so is staying stuck, so is repeating the same patterns, so is waking up every day knowing you're not living at your full capacity. Which discomfort are you going to choose? On the 6th of August, the consequences of your choices will show. And if you haven't been preparing, if you haven't been sharpening your awareness, that day will feel like a collapse. But for the few who have trained their perception, who have dared to look within, who have chosen awareness over ignorance, August 6 will be a beginning, a portal, a rare opportunity to evolve faster than ever before. But this is not about waiting for the date. This is about who you are becoming every day before it. Do you wake up with intention? Or do you scroll until the morning is wasted? Do you spend time with yourself in stillness? Or do you run from your own thoughts? Do you reflect on your decisions? Or do you repeat them mindlessly? These questions matter. They determine whether you will meet August 6 with clarity or with chaos. You cannot fake awareness. You either see or you don't. And seeing is not about your eyes. It's about your inner state, your discipline, your self-honesty, your willingness to stop blaming the world and start cleaning up your own energy. Most people will never do this work. They will complain. They will project. They will suffer and still stay blind. But you don't have to. If you want to see the shift on the 6th of August, you must prepare your perception. You must clear the fog. You must remove what is dulling your vision, whether it's people, habits, addictions, or beliefs. Clarity is not something that arrives. It's something you create. And when you do, the signs become obvious. The path becomes clear. The universe starts to respond. But first, you must respond. You must choose to see what others ignore. You must choose truth over comfort. You must choose discipline over distraction. Because if you walk into 6th August with closed eyes, you will miss everything. And some opportunities, once missed, do not return. There is still time, not much, but enough to wake up, enough to realign, enough to prepare. August 6 is not here to scare you. It's here to show you what's real, what's necessary, what's possible if you're willing to see. If you look around and everything feels like it's falling apart, stop blaming the outside. The chaos is not just out there, it starts inside. Whatever is collapsing on the outside was already broken within. The truth is, most people want to fix their world without fixing themselves. But August 6 will not allow that anymore. That day, everything unresolved inside you will find its way out. People fear external storms, losing jobs, relationships ending, plans not working. But the real storm is internal. It is the anxiety you ignore, the guilt you suppress, the dreams you abandon, and the truth you deny. 6 August will bring all of it to the surface. It will not give you time to hide. And that is a gift, not a curse, because only in exposure can transformation begin. There is a pattern to pain. It repeats until you learn. And every time you avoid facing yourself, the pressure grows stronger. You try to silence it with distraction, with noise, with denial. But pain never disappears. It just waits. And when August 6 arrives, it won't whisper anymore. It will shout. It will break what you refuse to fix. And for many, that will feel like life is falling apart. But in truth, life is showing them what they've been too blind to see. Growth does not come from peace. It comes from pressure. And that pressure always builds from the inside. You can wear a smile, fake your confidence, hide behind your routines. But the moment you are alone, your truth shows up. That tension in your chest, that voice in your head, that heaviness you feel for no reason. It's not random. It's the signal that something is wrong inside. August 6 will push you to finally face it. If you've built your life on weak foundations, false beliefs, empty habits, people who don't match your soul, then prepare. August 6 will test your structure, and the weak parts will break, not to punish you, but to free you. Because what's not real cannot survive what's coming. This date will strip away illusions. It will tear off the masks. It will show you the difference between strength and pretending. You have two choices when the pressure rises. You can collapse with it, or you can confront it. Those who collapse will blame the world. They will say it's unfair, too hard, too much. But those who confront will rise. They will rebuild not by fixing the outside first, but by strengthening the inside. That is what August 6 demands. Not excuses, not comfort, strength, discipline, real alignment. If your inner world is at war, your outer world will follow. Look at your patterns. Look at how easily you're shaken. Look at how quick you are to run, to quit, to fall into doubt. That is the problem. Not your job, not your partner, not the world. Your reactions, your thoughts, your decisions. Fix them and everything around you starts to shift. Stay blind and August 6 will expose it all. There's a reason you feel the pressure building. This moment is designed to break the old version of you, to pull you out of comfort, to burn away the layers that no longer serve you. But the fire only burns what's false. The real you, your potential, your discipline, your purpose will survive, but only if you let the old self die. That's the pain. That's the choice. 6th August is not about destruction. It is about revelation. What's falling apart is what's not aligned. What's ending is what's been holding you back. What hurts is what you've outgrown. If you understand that, you stop resisting, you stop blaming, you start transforming. And that is where real strength is born. When your life shakes, do not ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what in me needed this wake up call? That shift in thinking is where change begins. It's where power returns. Because now you're not a victim. Now you're a student. Now you're ready. Let the chaos teach you. Let the pain correct you. Let August 6 be the line where the old you ends and the real you begins. This is not the time to hide. This is not the time to shrink. This is the time to face your own storm and walk through it without fear. Because on the other side is clarity, strength, and a version of you that is finally unshakable. Stop expecting peace if you haven't created peace within. Stop expecting stability if you haven't mastered your mind. The universe mirrors your internal state. And 6th of August will reflect you with brutal honesty. If you've been avoiding the work, prepare to feel the weight. If you've been doing the work, prepare to see the shift. Nothing happens by accident. This date didn't choose you randomly. It's showing up now because you're ready to wake up, ready to grow, ready to face the truth you've avoided. So stand up, breathe deep, and don't fear the breakdown. Use it. Because breakdowns are how breakthroughs are born. The message of 6th of August is not written on billboards. It is not announced through headlines. It does not come through the noise of the world. It arrives in silence. It arrives through your own life, through your own repeated patterns, through the questions you've been avoiding, through the lessons you keep postponing. And that is why most people will miss it, because they keep looking outside for something that was meant to be understood within. You won't find the meaning of 6th of August in someone else's voice. This is not a public prophecy. This is personal, deeply personal, tailored to your story, to your decisions, to your mistakes and your growth. No one can tell you exactly what this day will reveal, but it will reveal something only you can truly understand, but only if you are willing to look at your life with brutal honesty. You've been given signs. They didn't come with big warnings. They came through discomfort. They came through misalignment. They came when you stayed too long in the wrong place, with the wrong people, doing the wrong things. And the more you ignored them, the louder life became, not with volume, but with consequences. August 6 is not arriving as a loud event. It is arriving as a mirror that shows you what you've been running from. And the reflection you see on that day will depend on how honest you've been with it yourself. Have you been growing or just going in circles? Have you been evolving or just surviving? Have you been listening to your intuition or drowning it with distractions? These questions are not spiritual games. They are survival tools, because what's coming will not wait for your permission. The problem is that most people want someone else to explain their life to them. They want clear answers handed to them. They want someone to tell them what to do, what to change, what to leave behind. But that's not how growth works. Growth is not taught, it is earned. It is discovered through discipline. Through facing the hard truth of your own story, you already know what the warning is. You've known for a long time. You can feel it in your body, in your chest, in your patterns of restlessness and regret, in the way you wake up tired even after sleep. That's not life draining you. That's your spirit calling for attention. August 6 is the final push, a checkpoint, a doorway, and most people won't walk through it. Not because they can't, but because they won't look in the right direction. Stop waiting for clarity to come from others. The signs are not out there. They are inside your behavior, inside your habits, inside your fears. The people who will see the truth of 6th August are not the loud ones, not the ones who chase answers in others. It's the quiet ones, the ones who've been listening in silence, the ones who've sat with themselves long enough to understand the language of discomfort. And every moment of pain has been trying to tell you something. Every cycle that keeps repeating has been giving you a map, but you keep ignoring it because the truth demands change. It demands letting go, and letting go hurts. But staying blind hurts more. Pretending that you don't know what to do only delays the path you were born to walk. August 6 is not here to entertain you. It's not here to give you motivation. It's here to call you out, to bring to light the part of you that's been asleep, to expose the comfort that has become your prison, to wake you up, not gently, but with force. Because gentle hasn't worked, and the universe doesn't waste time with what doesn't move. You will not be warned again. This is it. The final signal, the final nudge before consequences become unavoidable, and you'll know exactly what it means. Not through what others say, but through what you feel deep in your own life. The shift is not universal, it is individual. It will hit different people in different ways, but no one will be untouched because the energy of this moment is too real to ignore. If you feel like something big is coming, it is, but it's not out there. It's in you. It's the part of you that's been neglected, the part that's been asking for change, begging for action. And if you keep turning away, August 6 will make sure you cannot ignore it anymore. No one will come to tell you what to do on that day. You either see it or you don't. You either act or you collapse, and both are choices. The universe is not punishing you. It is trying to evolve you, but it cannot carry you through the door. You must walk. You must choose. You must take full responsibility. This is the final message. 6th August is for those who are ready to stop pretending. It is for those who are not the mind. It is for those who are ready to stop waiting. It is for those who are ready to become who they were meant to be, not tomorrow, but now. And you are not the mind. And if you're one of the few who choose to listen, you'll understand exactly why this message was never meant to be loud. Because real truth doesn't scream. It reveals itself when you're finally ready to see. Most people think they want the truth, but they are not willing to pay the price it demands. They say they want clarity, direction, growth, but the moment the truth begins to shake their comfort, they step back. They begin to defend their old self. But August 6 does not ask for opinions. It does not wait for readiness. It arrives. And when it does, it forces you to confront what you've been unwilling to sacrifice. You want to change. You want to evolve. You want to feel that breakthrough you keep hearing about. Then something must die. The part of you that clings to comfort. The version of you that is addicted to distraction. The mindset that makes excuses, that delays, that hides behind fear. That part has to go. And August 6 brings you face to face with that moment of choice. Keep protecting your weakness or finally choose transformation. The reason most people stay stuck is simple. Growth requires sacrifice. You cannot carry your old habits, your toxic relationships, your lazy thinking, and expect to rise. That weight will not let you move. And on the 6th of August, the weight will feel heavier than ever. It will press against your chest. It will show up in the form of frustration, confusion, even emotional pain. That is not a sign that something is wrong. That is a sign that something is ending. And you must let it. Sacrifice is uncomfortable. That's why most avoid it. You may have to let go of people who once meant everything to you. You may have to stop showing up in places that drain your energy. You may have to cut ties with parts of your identity that no longer serve your growth. That is not cruelty. That is alignment. It is the discipline to let go, not because you are heart or heartless, but because your soul knows it's time. August 6 will not ask what you are willing to give up. It will show you what must be left behind. And if you resist, you will suffer. Not because life is punishing you, but because you are holding on to what is already dead. The pain doesn't come from the change. The pain comes from the delay. The longer you hold on, the more it burns. The faster you release, the lighter you become. The warning is not in the noise. It is in your daily choices. Every time you say yes when you should say no. Every time you silence your intuition to please others, every time you stay small when your inner voice is screaming to grow. These are the silent sacrifices you avoid. And these are the exact reasons why most will not see the shift of August 6th, because they want the reward, but not the letting go. You need to understand something very clearly. This moment is not about comfort. It's about alignment. The universe is not asking you to feel good. It is asking you to feel what is real. And real transformation only begins when you're willing to burn the old version of you down. There is no other way. You cannot become who you are meant to be while still feeding the habits of who you used to be. On August 6th, the difference between those who rise and those who fall will be one thing: sacrifice. Who was willing to walk away from the lie? Who was willing to sit in the fire of change? Who was willing to say, I'm done protecting my limits? That is the line, not talent, not luck, not timing. Discipline, courage, brutal honesty. You already know what you need to do. You've known for a long time, but you keep postponing the decision. You wait for the perfect time, the perfect feeling, the perfect sign. But there is no perfect time. There is only now. And now is becoming 6 August. You either act or you get acted upon. That is how this moment works. Stop thinking you can evolve without discomfort. That illusion is what's kept you stuck. Growth hurts. Letting go is painful. Choosing yourself over pleasing others is not easy, but it is necessary. And on the 6th of August, your comfort will either be your downfall or the thing you finally surrender. This is not a threat. It is a truth, a reality check, a final message before the shift takes place. And you must ask yourself with full honesty, what am I still unwilling to sacrifice? What am I still defending even though I know it's limiting me? What story, what habit, what attachment is standing between me and my highest self? Answer those questions before August 6 answers them for you. Because when that day comes, you will not be able to run. Everything you've been postponing will demand resolution. And if you're not ready to sacrifice the old, you will be forced to live with it. That is the cost of delay. But if you choose now, if you look in the mirror, if you tell yourself the truth, if you release what's weighing you down, you will walk into 6th August lighter, sharper, ready, not afraid of the shift, but aligned with it. Yeah. And in that alignment, you will rise above the chaos. You will stand firm while others fall. You will see what most are too afraid to look at. The price of awakening is high, but the cost of staying blind is far greater. Choose wisely. August 6 is not waiting for you. It is calling you. And only those willing to sacrifice will hear it clearly. Not everyone will see it. Not everyone will feel it. But on the 6th of August, something opens. A shift, a path, a rare doorway that does not appear often. It's not loud. It doesn't announce itself. It reveals itself only to those who have been preparing in silence. And that's the truth. Not everyone will be ready. Not everyone is meant to walk through it because this path is narrow. It doesn't allow you to carry your excuses. It doesn't allow you to carry your distractions. It only allows truth, presence, and readiness. Most people wait for life to change before they do. But this is not how it works. Life opens up after you shift, not before. 6 August is the result of what you've been building internally. It will not hand you anything unless you've earned it. That's why most will miss it. Because they want to be rewarded for a version of themselves that has done nothing to prepare. But the universe doesn't reward noise. It rewards alignment. You've been feeling it, haven't you? That tension, that sense that something is about to move. Something big, you don't know what it is, but it's there. That's not imagination. That's awareness. That's your deeper self recognizing the shift before your mind can explain it. But feeling it is not enough. Now comes the question, are you ready to step through it? Readiness is not about how motivated you feel. It's about what you've sacrificed, and you are not the mind. It's about what you've been building in the dark when no one was watching. It's about the discipline you've shown in silence, the habits you've refined, the lies you've stopped telling yourself. 6th of August separates those who were pretending from those who were preparing. You see, opportunity is not always obvious. Sometimes it shows up as discomfort. Sometimes it shows up through a door that looks like a wall. That's why most won't recognize it, because they're looking for something easy, something that feels good. But the real path, it often looks like pressure, like letting go, like trusting the unknown. And only a few will have the courage to walk it. There is no mass awakening happening on the 6th of August. There is personal awakening for a few. For the ones who have been doing the internal work, and you are not the mind, the ones who didn't give up when no one clapped for them, the ones who chose discipline when it would have been easier to quit. This shift is not random. It's strategic. It's precise. It's for those who are ready, not just in theory, but in action. The difference between those who rise and those who repeat is simple preparation. Have you been honest with yourself? Have you cleaned out what no longer serves you? Have you listened to your intuition instead of ignoring it? Because August 6th does not offer second chances. It offers a moment. And if you're too distracted, too afraid, too attached to the past, you will walk right past it. The door will not be open for long. It was never meant to be. That's why awareness matters. That's why presence matters. Because you don't get to pause time. You don't get to ask the universe to wait. You either see the moment or you don't. And what you do in that moment determines the next chapter of your life. Not your wishes, not your words, your action. There's a level of life that only opens when you stop being who you were. That's what this is about. That's what 6 August is calling for. A total shedding, a reset, a commitment to what's real, no matter how uncomfortable it feels. The old version of you will not survive the energy of this day. And that's not a threat, it's a promise, a necessary one. But you can't walk a new path with old shoes. You can't enter a higher chapter with lower habits. You can't hold on to fear and expect clarity. So ask yourself right now, what am I willing to release to receive what's next? What have I outgrown but still hold on to? What version of myself must be left behind on the 6th of August? This isn't about being perfect. It's about being honest. Are you living in alignment? Are you truly preparing for the future you keep saying you want? Or are you just waiting, hoping, wishing? Because the ones who will cross this threshold are not waiting anymore. They are moving, acting, shading, rising. Most will look back and wonder why nothing changed. They'll blame the world, the timing, the people around them. But the truth is they missed it because they weren't ready to leave the old life behind. But you don't have to miss it. You still have time, not much, but enough. Start now. Strip away what's fake. Let go of the fear. Refocus your energy. Reclaim your attention. 6th August is not a punishment. It's a portal, but only for the few who are prepared. And that preparation is done through daily discipline, not empty promises. The path is open, but only for those who are done with waiting, done with weakness, done with pretending. This is your chance. Step through it before it closes, because once it does, the next chapter begins with or without you.